Bam, bam. Closer. Mm, mm. Hey. See, today I want to practice my self-pip speaking. I've been having this problem. One, using connective words like however, meanwhile, therefore, furthermore, consequently, that type of connective word. And I've been having problems sticking with points. The main goal is use your connective word, communicate, not just convey, right? And then be able to describe in details, like give more supporting ideas. And then the problem is that there is time constraint. So because there is time constraint, you will not be able to give that detail like you want, but I will try. That's the problem. Now, my goal today is to make sure that I have at least 2 ideas for everything. Sometimes they ask you, what's your own idea? What do you think? It doesn't matter if your thinking is bad or wrong, or maybe it doesn't matter what you think. What they want to hear is how you're able to, convey and communicate that to the examiner, and also how you're able to speak fluently. They should hear whatever you're saying, pronunciation. It should make sense. Answer the question. Don't deviate from the question. At least give 2 points why you support those things, and then round it up. So let me write it down. 2 points. Round it up. Okay. And supporting details. And finally, connective words. Good. So this is my target today. I've been messing around, and sometimes I won't remember what to say, but I know constant practice, and then I will be able to understand. Now I don't have anybody to practice with, my reading partner. So my camera is my reading partner. So let's go. I'm practicing it from YouTube. They will just give it. YouTube is good because they're going to give you time range, and it will be as if you're in a real exam. A classmate is struggling to contribute effectively to a group project because he feels that his input is not appreciated or taken seriously. Offer your classmate an advice on how he can confidently express himself and make sure his voice is heard in the group. Hi Jenny, it's good to see you here. How are you preparing for the project? I can see that you contribute less effectively to the group, and I'm wondering what might be the problem. And I can also sense that your project, you don't feel so confident in speaking. Now, here is what I can advise you on. I used to have that feeling when I was in high school, but I conquered my fear with these 2 strategies. Number 1 is to make sure that you always voice out your idea. It doesn't matter if it's going to be so stupid. Don't always feel that your idea is stupid, because that's what I do. I feel that way, and I started voicing my ideas, and I found out that, it's quite not that stupid. This can actually help the group to understand and value your opinion. And secondly, don't feel bad when people don't take your opinion so serious. Sometimes you can say something that does not actually make sense, but along the line we get to make sense. But the main thing is that you're able to contribute effectively and give out your own idea. So finally, I'm advising you to boost your morale by trying to at least once say your opinion. If it's valuable, good. If it's not valuable, then don't feel bad about it. After all, everything mustn't make sense, but maybe along the line it might help. Thank you. I don't know if I got it right.
Dear Roger, I understand how frustrating it can be to feel like your contributions aren't being valued in group projects, but I want to encourage you to speak up confidently because your ideas are important. Start by choosing the right moments to share your thoughts, perhaps by suggesting a quick meeting or check in where everyone can voice their opinions. When you do speak, be clear and assertive about your ideas, and if they aren't acknowledged right away, politely ask for feedback or suggest ways your ideas could be incorporated. It may also help to ask questions that invite others to consider your perspective, which can lead to more collaborative discussions. Remember, your voice matters, and with a little persistence and confidence, you'll find that others will start to listen more attentively.
Okay, so this is my correction, right? What they actually have. So I don't know what I said. If only I can listen to what I said back, I will be able to understand. But I know I use firstly, secondly, and I know I gave 2 points. One is to voice it out, and two is even when it's not acknowledged, be happy. And I know I rounded it up. Now, how is my vocabulary? How is my pronunciation? Do I actually round it up well? I'm not sure. I don't know. The idea doesn't matter, so don't judge with maybe I don't have a full idea or so whatever. But main thing is the point that I want to present. Did I present it very well? Was it okay? Does it communicate? Your opinion can actually help me out. That's why I'm doing this, because I don't have a reading partner. So let's keep trying. Let's keep trying. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. So let's keep trying. Tell me what I need to improve, and then I will do that. Describe a time when you have to navigate a cultural or language barrier, whether traveling, working with international colleagues, or engaging with diverse community. How would you handle the communication, and what do you learn from it?
Hey guys, welcome to my new video, and today we'll learn how to create this toggle switch on your Wix Studio website without writing a single line of code. You can not only use it for standard dark and light themes, but also for creating holiday banners, as I did, or showcasing product customizations, helping users visualize changes clearly, and it's super easy to make. Open Wix Studio, go to Add Elements, and add an image.
I have once found myself in a situation where I have to repeat whatever I have to say because of language barrier. That happens on June 1999 when I was a lecturer in one of the college. I just migrated newly to Canada, so having the accent to actually speak to multiple of people with different background is quite difficult. And I have a deep accent from Africa. So this is how I navigated through. Firstly, I try to use a sign language, even though when I'm speaking English, but sometimes I know my accent can actually make them not to understand correctly. And secondly, rephrasing what I've said, right? Repeating everything that I have to say to make sure, while focusing on the eye contact, making sure that they understand and they are in the same page with me. And finally, I have to add more of videos into my lecture delivery so that they will be able to follow up. My main goal here is to make sure that they are in line and they also understand my face. Using sign language, rephrasing my words, and video helped me a lot to navigate this process. Thank you. Let's check their answers.
During a trip to Japan, I encountered a significant language barrier while trying to navigate the Tokyo subway system. The signs were primarily in Japanese, and few people around spoke English. I approached a station attendant using a translation app to communicate my destination. Although there were misunderstandings, the attendant patiently helped me, using gestures and drawing a simple map. This experience taught me the importance of patience and creativity in overcoming language barriers. I learned to rely on nonverbal communication and technology, and to appreciate the kindness of others in challenging situations. This experience deepened my empathy and adaptability, valuable skills in both personal and professional interactions across different cultures.
Okay, so this is their own whatever they have to say. Okay, it doesn't have to match with what you're saying, but my own part is to make sure that, am I hitting the point? Am I getting it right? Am I using a fast tone? Should I slow down, or is the tone okay? Do you actually understand what I'm saying? Can you understand my accent? And make sure that, like, I well stated my point. First of all, introduce it. Second one, give at least firstly, secondly, or maybe 2 points. You mustn't start with firstly, secondly, and then give your overall statement. Try to rephrase everything and put them in just a one sentence. And also make sure that, like I said, connective words should be there. I don't think I've used connective words so far. I can't remember. So let me know. And that's for this. Let's go again. And as you can see from they started and they mentioned at least 1 or 2 things that how they navigate through. So let's see. And don't mind my 1999. I don't even know. That was okay. I was born before 1999, but any dates that come into your mind, just say it. But I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense.
In both personal and professional interactions across different cultures.
Describing a scene. Describe something you're happening in the picture below, the person with whom you cannot see the picture. So now it's good that you're not seeing the picture. So I will be describing it to you and make sure that it is actually good. If you're not understanding what I'm describing, then I'm failing. The image before me depicts a scene of a Christmas parade. I'm guessing a Christmas parade because I can see people dressing in Christmas attire, like Father Christmas. So they are just parading on a long road. By the right side of the road, since the men on suits with trumpets, just at the middle of the road are 2 trucks carrying a big teddy bears, and in front of it is the Father Christmas. Also at the back of it have huge people dressing the same way as Father Christmas, while children are cheering up and laughing, and others at the right side of the scene is actually using their videos to complement the parade. Some are using their phone to actually capture the scene. It looks like a very nice evening. It's not that sunny, so the weather is very calm and relaxing.
The image shows a lively holiday parade on a wide, tree-lined street. 2 colorful floats dominate the scene, featuring large festive characters, including a smiling bear in a green outfit and a reindeer, likely representing holiday figures. Santa Claus is also present, waving to the crowd from one of the floats. The street is filled with spectators, many of whom are waving or capturing the moment with their phones. In the foreground, a group of people, including a marching band with brass instruments, leads the parade, adding to the cheerful atmosphere. The street is decorated with holiday wreaths and ornaments, enhancing the festive spirit of the event.
So this is their own description. Now mine, did you understand it? Is it clear for you? And also, how is my English? Do you understand the accent? It's even best that you don't see the image while I'm describing it, so that you will put yourself in that situation and see if it's actually making sense. That's the main point, because the examiner is not actually seeing the image. The examiner is listening to you. So if I can describe it and you understand it, then it's 100% that the examiner will also hear it. Now I have to make predictions on what will continue, what will happen inside that same scene. Add.
With Google Workspace.
I guess I need to pay for
You
ads
can create a Gmail account with your own domain
so
and
that I won't
branding,
have ads in my YouTube. But
helping
it's
your
okay.
business look perfect.
In this scenario, I can presume that the people at the right side, the men on suits that are blowing trumpets, will continue to bring out the beautiful sound from the trumpet while the children dance towards the trumpet. There is a teddy bear that is hanging. Oh my God. Now that's the problem, I'm telling you. I've made mistake and I've lost my track. Okay, let me... While the children are dancing towards the music, the people by the left will continue to observe the scenery, take pictures, and I'm assuming that the Santa Claus, both the one at the front and the one at the back, will continue to wave in a cheerful mode to the audience, and the scene will continue to be as festive as it's designed to be. I know I messed up.
In this picture, the parade may continue down the street with more floats and performers joining in. The crowd might cheer louder as new attractions appear, and people could take more photos or videos to capture the festive moment. Santa Claus might wave to different sections of the audience, and the marching band can play more holiday tunes to keep the atmosphere lively. As the parade progresses, children could try to get closer to the floats, and some participants may hand out small gifts or candy to the spectators.
Comparing and persuading. You are a corporate trainer and need to select a training module for your team. You discover two options that are susceptible. Use the image and information that are provided below. Select the alternative that best suits your need. Within the following section, you are required to convince your HR that the option you have selected is the superior one, and you don't have to make any selections. The computer will choose for you. You are a corporate trainer and you need to select a training module for your team. So I pause to show you what we are looking at. So you see this is option 1 right here, and option 2. So as a corporate trainer, you need to select one of the following module for your team, okay? And you are telling the HR to make sure that your opinion is the superior one, okay? You're convincing the person. That's why it's comparing and persuading. So you're comparing these two, and you're persuading whoever that is listening to you, or whoever that you are telling it to actually choose a particular option. Now, this option here and this option here, it doesn't matter the one you choose. No one is bad. And you have to criticize these two options. For me, I want to take this one. You can as well take this one. So, but after this phase, you have like 30 minutes or 20, sorry, not 30 minutes, sorry. Like a minute or I think 30 seconds or I don't know how many seconds it is for you to actually put out your point to convince him on this. So afterwards, the computer will actually show you another comparison. Because I selected this, computer will still show me this and still show me another option apart from this. Then I still have to talk about it again. Now I'm going to show you, but I will first of all talk about this one that I've chosen. Hi, Mr. Thompson. Oh, sorry, it's at the time I've not started. The time I've started. Hi, Mr. Thompson. I'm trying to compare and actually put out my own opinion regarding the two images just right in front of me. I think I should go for in-person workshop. My reason is that it has a full day interaction section, which will actually enable us, the lecturer, to give our information in details. Having it in mind that live interaction section will also enable us to understand and actually encourage the students, understand their weak points and work on them. They also have full lunch materials provided, so you don't need to worry about the full-time interactions because we provide them with the full lunch. Also, we have to aim more as the employees, because you got to think of it, no employee will actually like to work where they are paying less. The pay actually motivate people to work, and 75% per $750 per employee is a huge amount comparing to the virtual seminar series, which is actually 600 per employee. You might end up not having people to work for you. There is also an extra 50% discount on early registration, so students don't need to worry about it, because this discount will enable them to motivate them and then enroll quickly in the section. However, the virtual seminar series is about 15% discount, which is lesser than what we are expecting. I think we should go for the in-person workshop because it has more benefits, gets both the student and the employee motivated to actually participate in the program. After all, it's just two people working together to achieve a common goal. Thank you. Now, I don't know what I did, but the way YouTube did it wasn't so actually like a normal exam. So here is actually I didn't choose this initially, so they chose this for me, and they didn't give me time to compare my online class and then this. I think this is how the video is made, so you won't worry them because it's not obviously as the exam. But during the exam, you have to pick one yourself, so you just have to take your mouse, click on the one you want, and then you start comparing. You start comparing. So after which, the computer, still keeping the one you've selected, will bring another one for you to also compare the two. So that's why I was actually waiting for the time to come up, but I don't know that it's as fly. So, but however, like, this is the way to compare them, and I wasn't using my time on this one, so I don't really know if I'm meeting up with the time or whatever. But the main thing is, look at these options here. Look at these options here. When you are comparing, first of all, they'll give you time to read it. So first of all, read it. Full day interactive section, right? Lunch and material provided, this and this and that. Now compare it to this. So when you are saying, for instance, you can start with, I select the in-person workshop because it has a full day interaction. Good. Now give your supporting details why this full day interaction is good. From my video, I think I mentioned that the full day interaction will enable us to understand the weak points and then encourage the students and help them to become better, right? This is my supporting idea here. Then I will say, however, using a comparison words, they are very mandatory here because you are trying to compare. So you can say full day interaction section. You can say something like, however, the virtual seminar has a weekly live section with interactive question and answer. And you can say why you don't support this, because this question and answer, you're not monitoring the student and they can actually cheat. That's my own way. I don't know what you're thinking. So you can just support it with one sentence and you leave. Then you come here, lunch and material provided. Okay, so they have to provide for lunch and material. Students don't have to pay it. For me, if I were you, I don't have much to say on this. I will say that the students don't have to pay for it. That's why it's actually included into their payment. And that's why it's full day interaction. And they don't have to worry about food. Whereas these have access to recorded section and resources. Also, you can monitor and understand, you can monitor how students watch and understand this concept if you just give them record. Now you have to come to the $750 per employee, right? You now find any reason to make sure that you convince them about the employee. Like what I said is actually a stupid reason, but it makes sense anyway, because if you are a lecturer, would you apply for this job or this job? You will always go for this one, right? Good. So that's why I say that it will motivate employees. And one thing, don't bother saying, don't just bother if you didn't mention everything. There are 4 points, right? Remember my first video, I said that you should be able to at least mention and compare 2 to 3 points. That's it. And make sure while you are doing it, make sure you're looking at your timer here. So once your timer is like that 10 seconds, start rounding up. Don't describe anymore. Okay, just start rounding up. Finally, I think it's okay because it has food interacting, full day interaction section, lunch material provided, and then 70% for employee, which will motivate the lecturers to actually partake in the workshop. Simple. You rest your case. Don't go and start talking about so many things. Okay, so I just want to show you this part. So that's how to do it. You can see I'm not perfect. I'm learning as well, right? And I'm not saying that what I say is right or wrong, but like this is how it should be from what I read from their website. Like this is how it should be. But the problem is, we cannot get it everything 100%. That's why we are working to be better. That's why I'm also working to be better. And I'm reminding myself with this video what I should work on to be better. Okay, so also I'm also making the video to motivate other people to work to be better, something like that. So let's go now to the next section. Let's see how they compare it.
Our series offers cost savings and flexibility. The interactive nature of a full-day in-person workshop fosters deeper engagement, team bonding, and hands-on learning, which are crucial for our objectives. The $750 per employee fee, though slightly higher, is offset by the added value of immediate application, lunch, and provided materials. Additionally, the 5% discount for early registration makes this option more accessible. The immersive experience and the opportunity for team collaboration during the workshop will lead to a more impactful and cohesive learning experience, ultimately yielding better long-term results for our team.
You get that? Dealing with difficult situation. You promised to babysit your friend's child tonight, but you unexpectedly got called in for an urgent work shift. Your friend has no plan, no backup plan. So choose one. Talk to your friend, explain why you can no longer babysit and offer alternative. Talk to your supervisor, ask if you can reschedule your work due to prior commitment. I'm choosing the one to talk to my friend. Hi Jane, how are you doing? I just want to give you a quick notice. Regrettably, I want to inform you that I can no longer babysit July because of some urgent work that I got from my boss today. I just got the information now. That's why I couldn't inform you earlier. I'm thinking on going for the job because my previous history with this boss. I made so many mistakes and now they are looking up to me, and I just feel like I need to do more to compensate for whatever I've done previously so that I can retain this job. It is very critical for me to maintain it. I will find a way to go for the work, but I will go to a website called Seatly to get you a babysitter. I think they have a nice review online, and I will pay for that babysitter. I'm sorry for every inconvenience that it might cost you, but unfortunately I have to go for this, and I hope you understand the predicament. Thank you. I don't know what I'm saying. Did I make points? Did I actually... I don't know what to say. Did I make a good point? What do you think? Just write your comments down. I will actually work on it. God, let's see what they have.
Dear James, I'm so sorry to inform you that I've been called in for an urgent work shift tonight and won't be able to babysit as planned. I understand this is short notice, and I feel terrible about the inconvenience this may cause. I'd like to help however I can. I can try reaching out to a few other friends who might be available on short notice. Alternatively, if you're comfortable, I can assist with finding a local babysitting service. Please let me know how you'd like to proceed, or if there's anything specific I can do to help resolve this situation. Again, I'm truly sorry for this sudden change and hope we can find a solution that works for you. Dear Mr. Oliver, I want to request a rescheduling of my shift tonight due to an urgent prior commitment. I had promised to babysit a friend's child this evening, but I was unexpectedly called in for a work shift. My friend, who is in a difficult situation, has no backup plan, and I am the only one available to help. I understand the importance of my duties, but I hope to find a solution that allows me to honor my commitment while still fulfilling my work responsibilities. Could we discuss the possibility of rescheduling my shift or finding an alternative solution? I am willing to make up for the missed time at your convenience. Thank you for your understanding and consideration.
Great. Expressing opinion. In your view, should school eliminate traditional grading system in favor of more holistic assessment method? Discuss the potential implication for student motivation and equity in education. In my own opinion, I think the traditional grading system should actually not be eliminated, because it offers so many benefits for both the students and ads. Because it offers benefits to both the children and also their parents. The traditional grading system, firstly, offers a motivation to the students. It boosts their morale and make them to feel motivated, to eager to improve more to their grades. However, this grading system, if eliminated, will reduce the students' morale to actually work harder, to know their target, and to also know their level of assessment. The holistic assessment can only give you area of improvement without giving you that actual grade or point of your points where you have to be. So I'm guessing that it shouldn't be tampered with. Secondly, in the view of the parents on our side, and also in the view of other aspects of learning, I think this traditional grading helps the parents to understand the level of their child. Sometimes, for instance, if you have like a first position and your child goes down to third position, holistic assessment will not make the parents to understand the point, or to understand what actually that if their child is going up or down. Overall, I think it should be... I messed up. Initially,
traditional grading systems in favor of holistic assessment methods could transform education significantly. Holistic assessments, focusing on a student's overall growth, creativity, and skills, may reduce stress and encourage a love for learning. However, they could also lead to inconsistencies in evaluating student progress, potentially affecting motivation. While traditional grades provide clear benchmarks, holistic methods might better support diverse learning styles and reduce biases. Implementing such a shift requires careful consideration to ensure it promotes equity and accurately reflects the student abilities, balancing motivation with fair and comprehensive evaluation.
There is something I understand in this chapter 7. It's not just asking you for your opinion, but sometimes assume it is. Because it's not just asking you to stick to one point and say it. It's asking you to, kind of weigh the two options and put in your suggestion. So you can say that at least mention something good in two of them and then criticize two of them at the same time. I don't know. Is that what you think? Because what I'm thinking is that from what they are saying and from my experience listening and speaking so far, I think they mention about the traditional, right? And they also mention about the holistic assessment. They give credit to traditional. They also give credit to the holistic assessment. So say something good about the traditional, say something good about the holistic assessment, and then say something bad about the traditional and say something bad also about the holistic, and then draw your conclusion that two options are good. If the holistic should be there, that means this should be happening. If this is there, that means this should be happening. For instance, we can say that the traditional increase motivation, right? Is a good point. While the holistic improves deep learning or maybe a learning growth, right? Learning growth, because it will tell you, okay, holistic assessment is something like someone telling you, okay, I think you did well, but work more on your English. Imagine when we are 100 in the class and they are just giving this type of advice or reports. So the parents don't know the score of their child. They just know that they have to work more on this part. Okay? So learning growth, motivation. Now, one bad thing about traditional is because everybody, remember, at the end of the term you want to get first or second. It can always lead to cheating because there is this high expectation from kids. So you can say that cheating is actually in a high side, because the kids will try to forge whatever the lecturer have actually written down for them. Something like, if you have 85, if you have like 15, the kids can change it to 95 and say that they got A. Okay, so that's one bad thing about it. Now, one bad thing about this part is that it doesn't actually draw the benchmark to know where you to know your position. That's that traditional positioning. It doesn't do it. Okay, so now let's talk about the two. We gotta say that the traditional is good because it actually motivates the children and also their parents to know where their kids, the rates their kids are, or something like that. Meanwhile, not however this time around, but meanwhile, the holistic assessment offers this opportunity for growth in the learning, gives a deeper understanding on area of improvement, and rather than just giving grades. One point. Then the next point is, on the other hand, furthermore, additionally, the traditional learning method gives this room for cheating, because students tend to impress their parents and they might change or forge the grades just to impress their parents. On the other hand, the assessment, right? The holistic assessment does not actually gives this positioning. They don't give this position so that the parents will understand the capability of their children. All in all, finally, to sum up, traditional approach is good when we are trying to motivate the kids and offer a position that will also enable the parents to understand. I know this is quite long, but it's when you master it, it becomes faster and simpler. Okay, you can just use one sentence to round everything up. And overall holistic grading system is nice when something like this happen. And then meanwhile, or however, or alternatively, whatever, then the other one is bad with this part or is good with this part, then you end there. Is this what you usually think about part 7, tax 7? I don't know if I'm thinking something wrong, so let me know, but that's what I'm thinking. Now let's do part 8. Part 8 is also describing unusual situations, so you're not seeing the picture. I will describe it for you and you will tell me if you can immerse yourself in that scene and understand what I'm saying. If you can do it, then I'm passing, but if you can't do it, then I'm not passing, I'm failing. And don't hide whatever your opinion is, just voice it out. Okay. While walking through a historical district, you stumble upon a vibrant, customized vintage car. It's so unique that you decide to call your brother to tell him about it. Since photos aren't allowed, you describe every detail to him instead. Hi John, on my way to school today, I'm walking through this holistic district and I saw something very unique and different from the normal car. It's a vintage car. I think it's actually customized with vibrant colors. Remember the vintage film we watched last week? Exactly, but this is customized in its own unique way. One, it is actually have like a folded edge with color of red, a touch of black, but the other parts of the color apart from the folded edge that just covered the tire is actually yellow. Meanwhile, the tire itself has 4 tires, 2 just at the front, while the side of the front tire has also 2 pairs, but at the back of the car it's as usual with one tire. On the top of the vehicle has these 4 lights, like a long torchlight with yellow background and then the white color of the torch. God, I made mistake. And now my mistake is this. Let me show you the picture. I know you can't relate to the picture because I wish. So this is the picture, right? And I don't actually know how to describe this, but see what I'm trying to see, what I learned. I don't know, right? I'm not sure. So I'm just saying what I read from their own
Dear brother, you won't believe.
Before we start listening to what they're saying, this is what I heard, or what I understand from the own thing. This part here, okay, you have to mention this, then this, to make sure that you read it. You also have to say something like picture. Now, people make mistake. It's not every of tax 8 that they say picture is not allowed. Some of them picture is allowed, but they'll ask you to describe. So since picture is not allowed, I'm walking at the holistic district. Picture is not allowed. I saw or stumbled upon a vibrant customized vintage car. However you want to put it, make sure that it's this is there. Now, this thing, you mustn't describe everything. And me, I'm trying to describe everything. Okay, you can just mention about this thing here. Okay, this here, right? You can mention about the colors here, this, and then leave the rest. Me, I wasn't checking the time. If I was checking the time, I would know that it's better to just, go around and then stop, instead of trying to finish everything and then got caught up with time. So from what I understand, you mustn't mention everything, just describe. Some of them are very easy for you to describe. Why this type of thing? If I should be describing everything, then it will take like more than 1 minute. So just describe start with the most part that make it to be odd and unique. So start with that part, this part, then the color, this one, and then you rest. If time allows you, continue. If time doesn't allow you, just say, I hope you can understand, immerse yourself in this scene, since I can't take a picture of it. I just wish to describe it to you. Thank you. Simple. Okay, so this is the end part of it. Now I want your own opinion, and then rate me. What band am I band? Don't give me band 4. Don't make me feel bad. Don't give me band 4. Just tell me the band. Just be honest, but not band 4. Not 4. Don't try 4. I won't sleep if you give me 4. But I urge you to be honest. Tell me what the thing that I got right. Give me your honest suggestion and correction. Let's practice together. Okay, if you want us to form like a group or something, just message me. Let's form a group. I'm targeting to write on December. Okay, finger crossed. Bye. Thank you.